Thank you so much, team. What an incredible conversation. And we're keeping on with incredible conversations. And we're talking about Women's Rugby Inc., which is a South African-based women's rugby initiative that aims to uplift, upskill and upgrade girls and women's rugby in our country. Now, the participation rate for women's rugby is an incredibly sad statistic, with women making up only 3.4% of all registered adult rugby players in SA. But the founder of Women's Rugby Inc. and head coach of the Fullback women's team, Zoe Naude, along with UCT women's rugby captain Sikhumbuzo Muchenje, also Fullback women's team captain. And then we've also got Caryn-Leigh, Prins, and rugby players Emma Fester, Azar Phillips, and the whole gang is out here. And they're telling us more about Women's Rugby Inc. and their upcoming workshop. And before I get into it, I'm intimidated. Ladies, good morning. How are you doing?
Morning. Morning.
It's good to have you. Good to have some athletes. You're fast, You're strong, yet you still have this poise of beauty. I'm so excited to chat to you. But I mean, let's kick it back, Zoe. I mean, for you, starting Rugby Inc., I believe the journey actually started when you were roaming around in Europe in the rugby scenes, and then came back to SA and started this. But what was the reasoning behind that? What happened over there?
Yeah, so there's two reasons why I started it. Basically, I want to increase the participation rate of girls and women in rugby. It's very low, as you said. It's very, very sad number. So basically, what we do at Women's Rugby Inc. is hold workshops to increase this participation rate and just to empower young girls to start rugby and be given that opportunity to actually play rugby. Since from a young age, none of us have been able to play. And now at 17, 18, 19 are being able to start. So. Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful because you're creating more of a presence and a culture. And before it was really unknown, like, where do I even go? What do I do? So, I mean, just to get back to the workshop, we will, but I got to chat to, obviously, the players in the making. It's rare that I get an opportunity to chat to you directly. For you, Sikhumbuzo, you being a player of the game, and I mean, obviously it's been a few years of you playing. Why do you think it's so important to kind of focus on developing rugby? What do you see from the ground on your side?
I think from a personal level, it's been more of getting a chance to express myself. So sport gives you that chance to be, an individual and express yourself on the field. And with rugby, even if you're the fastest, you've got a place. If you're the fittest, you've got a place. If you're the chubbiest, you've got a place. So it's a place where everyone is open and able to express themselves. And I think in the world and how the world is moving, we need more spaces that are more inclusive to all types of people. And I think rugby is a great place where we can express ourselves and develop. And obviously comes from, chances where you get to play rugby at a club or at a school. If you can't go to school, and then obviously you have a club that helps, from the basics, from the passing to the tackling and everything else. So definitely the developing of rugby is important when trying to create an identity in a place where it seems identities are just everywhere in the world. So, yeah.
Wow. Clearly not just a pretty face as well. I can clearly see why you're the captain. I mean, your words right now, it's like inspiring me to get out there as well. And I love that, the fact that you're mentioning that inclusivity, because rugby does do exactly that. It highlights your positivities, your strengths and your weaknesses, and allows you to kind of work in a team to make that happen. So let's get into the workshop. I mean, what is actually going on? What is it going to be entailing? I mean, what can we expect if anyone wants to join?
So Women's Rugby Inc. will be co-hosting with Up and Under Rugby. Basically, we've just found each other at the right time, and we are going to be hosting a 4-hour girls rugby workshop where they are going to be learning the key skills from tackling to how to ruck, the laws of the game, and basically just making this whole workshop accessible for these girls and giving them the opportunity to come from a young age to now learn what rugby is all about.
Oh, I love that. Now, Caryn, obviously you're a captain of the Fullback women's rugby team. Firstly, well done. That's a feat on its own. And you basically in charge of some incredible women out there. I mean, I've seen a little bit of the training that goes on. I'm always impressed by what you do. So, I mean, how long have you been playing the game, and what would be your advice to anybody that's maybe wanting to get involved in this workshop? What can they expect?
I've been playing for the past 12 years, so it was with boys, playing touch, barefoot, the whole experience. And then going up to high school, I partaked in the girls rugby team at my high school. And then now I'm at Zoe's team in False Bay. But yes, it's going well. And for the girls that want to come experience, it's amazing. Building relationships with so many inspiring women, it makes me feel like I'm empowered. Yes.
I love just asking you guys all, like, what do you expect or how's rugby been? Everybody starts with this massive smile, and I can just see it's done so much for everybody.
Yeah.
Emma, I got to ask you at the back, obviously, you're the speedster, right? You like playing in the back line. What is your position? Is it centre, back, wing?
In 15s, I play the fullback, but in 7s, I'm a wing, yes.
So you've got skills as well, not just pace. So, I mean, tell me some of one of the biggest highlights for you in your rugby career so far. I mean, it looks like you guys are so tight-knit. It looks like you have a family, like you're not just friends. What's really been a standout for you in the rugby scene for women in general?
It's just like playing rugby in general with these cool girls. Like, I never was interested in rugby till, like, my mommy told me, like, my school has rugby, don't you want to join? So I was like in grade 8, 2018. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try this out. And then from there, I was like, this is cool.
And maybe I'm fast, I'm good.
I was like, I can actually do this.
I love this. So let's back to the workshop. I mean, where can we get involved? If anybody wants to join, can Mzansi also purchase tickets, and where? How do they get involved?
So basically, you can find all the information on our social media pages, Women's Rugby Inc. on Instagram and Facebook. There will be posters up everywhere on the page, and there will be a link that you can click on in our bio, which signs you up. But easy to find information, just contact us directly and we'll be able to give you all the information.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's Zoe from Rugby Inc, of course, and I am not just dressed in this gear for nothing. I'm actually going to be put through my paces with these ladies. We've got a fitness segment coming right after this, but I can't thank you enough, of course, for empowering, for imparting knowledge, skills, and just creating a beautiful family. Thank you all for what you're doing, and I'm looking so forward to the rest of your careers. I feel like I'm going to be seeing some green and gold on you guys soon.
Yeah, of course.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Of course, head over to their socials and wish me luck. We're going to be doing something a little bit interesting after this. But if you'd like to attend the Girls Rugby Workshop, of course, that's taking place this Saturday. It's from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. And make sure to book your tickets on womensrugby@gmail.com, or you can head over and message info@upandunder.co.za. And remember, those tickets cost $100 and there are only 30 slots available. Hurry up. See you now.